Hello everybody and welcome back to the RC Garage. It's been a long time since I've been on, but I'm back. And today I've got an unboxing for you. It is the GMade GOM or GOM rock buggy. Stands for bear in Korean. Anyways, this is kind of their answer to the axial bomber, and the fact that it's got a solid rear axle. It does have a solid front axle. So I guess it's more like a Wraith, I guess. Some of the features on the outside of the box, of course, they're just showing off the drivetrain. You're going to have a front-mounted engine, then you got transfer case, drive shafts, big axles. It comes with a 2-speed transmission, and then you've got your rock transfer case, front mount electronics, so your speed control, motor, and steering servo are all chassis mounted up into the front to keep the forward balance. Basically just giving you kind of a profile of how the drivetrain sits in the buggy. Kind of picture of the chassis plate, the transmission, a transfer case, showing off the slipper clutch, and again, just another one showing off the way the drivetrain lays in the box, or in the chassis. This side of the box just shows a pretty picture. Over on this side of the box, we have basically a photo of the front axle, front or rear axle essentially. It has a pan hard bar, so this is going to be the front axle, showing basically the angles that they've got the front suspension running at, the caster angle, the fact that they use a full metal diff lock in it. You've got a plastic tube frame or chassis. And that's what it's going to look like on there with all the body panels. It comes with the GMade XD shocks. It's going to be an aluminum bodied, threaded, and then you've got your like a port valve or a purge valve on it as well. And then you've got rear mounts, 2 spaces you can do to soften. Depending on where you put these, it's going to make it either firmer or softer depending on where you go due to the leverage, the fulcrum point. And then the rear diffs and front diffs, all the diffs actually have this weird kind of turned up pumpkin style, which is actually pretty neat looking. It looks like it's got cast covers on the diffs as well. And then, get her up right. Nope, now we're upside down. There's a picture of the front. Again, pretty artwork. Showing that it is a kit, so you do have to assemble this. 2-speed transmission, comes with a dig unit. Front bias, so it's going to lean forward on a teeter, just all the weight is over the front wheels. It is a 1/10 scale, 4-wheel drive, and then it's got center mount steering, or chassis mount steering, I'm sorry, is what all that is. Roll plate with me. There we go. That was a lot of stuff. Anyways, you do have an interior cockpit, plastic skid plate on the bottom. Receiver box, seals up, so it's kind of dust-proof receiver box. Battery runs across the front of the chassis on it. You got a little door that gives you access to it. Chassis mount steering with pan hard bar and such. A 2.2 bead locks. All their other kits are going to be on 1.9s, with the exception of the R1, which is on a 2.2 as well. Which is their other rock buggy, which I have and I just really love. So anyways, we're going to open this guy and see what it's inside. I've been putting it off because I planned on selling these things, selling this one, but I decided I'm going to at least assemble it and do it as a almost ready to run when I sell it online, because I know that there's a lot of people that may be interested in this particular kit, but because it is a kit, they're afraid of it. And so if I can assemble one and put it up there for sale, pre-assembled, then maybe somebody will want to buy it and can get into a pretty neat little rock racer without having to assemble it themselves. First package that I pull out, got all your little metal ball ends for your little ball cups and such. And then we've got light buckets, which is actually pretty neat. I didn't know it had light buckets. So we've got various little light buckets and lenses on there, so you can do a light kit, which is pretty neat. This bag here is going to be the ones that's going to have all the or the majority of the body panels pieces in it as well. Pretty heavy feeling plastic, feels pretty good. Like I said, I have the R1 and it's been really durable for me. I've beat up on it a lot. More plastic bits. Interior piece, we got a steering wheel, big skid plate for the things. It kind of gives an idea these things are going to be kind of large. It comes with, actually, wow, it comes with these big, can't really see it through the plastic, these big seats, which are kind of neat. Give the dull knife, but see if I can get one of these out of here so we can see it. Because I was unaware there's a bag of hardware there. So, you got these little plastic seats that are going to be in the interior, and they're actually a pretty heavy little plastic on those, which is kind of neat. I'm kind of excited about that. Here we've got the metal bits, so we've got the little diff covers, which are like a little cast aluminum. Got the drives, there's your diffs, your diff lockers in there, various other tidbits and all threads. The axles, these are pretty long. I mean, they're pretty wide stance this thing's going to have. But again, just a bag of a lot of hefty nylon pieces. This is our bag of gears, and they all look pretty good. My experience with the GMade as far as a kit, like I said, I assembled the R1 and it went together quite well. All the gears and where they, at least on that one, seated into the plastic was kind of loose, felt sloppy while assembling, but once it was together, it all worked really well. I don't know, I'm kind of expecting that with this, but we'll see how it turns out. These are the body panel pieces, so this is going to be kind of the front hood piece. Not really sure. Oh, that's going to be the part that looks like a little engine cover fans for the back. This is our interior piece. It's actually pretty thick. Opposed to say like my Axial SCX-10-2 body was kind of thin and flimsy feeling. This is actually pretty thick feeling as far as how thick that plastic is on that body. Again, more big chunky hefty pieces for your shock springs, ball ends, shock pistons as well. The bodies are in there and they're aluminum and threaded. So far I've been pretty impressed with everything I pulled out of here. Wow, these tires are enormous. Rear suspension arms, again, these things are going to be about 6 inches in length. The trailing arms, very similar to what's on the back of the bomber from Axial. And then we've got the aluminum panhard and front steering links as well. And again, so far everything feels real substantial. These are your 2.2 inch beadlock wheels. Just kind of got a real basic hole design in there, nice and wide. Now here's the neat part. These tires, these are enormous. I wish I would have thought about that. I would have had something out here for comparison. Actually, hold on one second. Give an idea of how big. This is my Axial SCX-10-2, and these, although the wheels are different, these are the original tires, the factory tires that come with this kit, a little BF Goodrich TAs. And they're large. I mean, compared to what the old ripsaws that came on the original SCX-10 were, these things are tiny in comparison to the 2.2s that come on this. And I know that's the difference between a 1.9 and a 2.2, but I mean, that's a pretty big tire, and those 2.2s that come on this are quite large. Now, this is my R1 from GMade, and these are the 2.2s that came on it, the 2.2 Bighorns, and my drive shaft flopping back there. But these new tires that come on it for the new GOM are larger. I mean, they're just a lot bigger than even that. So I mean, kudos to them to get those in there to fit and work. I mean, that is about the same width as what the Bighorns were, but quite a bit taller. And that was a pretty big 2.2 tire. So that's actually pretty exciting to see. That kind of gives an idea of what the overall scale of this truck is going to end up being, considering in the pictures these tires don't look that big. So it gives me an idea that this thing is going to be quite large when it's actually all assembled. More body panel pieces. So you got your roof, side panels, the rear winglets as well. Quality control card saying that it passed everything. Everything according to them on the assembly line looked great. We've got a little package of stickers. We've got our instruction kit or packet in there as well. So really pretty neat. I think the thing I'm most excited about is the tires being, I did not realize just how large they were, and the fact that I mean, they're just large tires. And let's see here. I'm gonna try to pull out these shock bodies so we can take a look at those out of the plastic, or at least through single layer. So there's the shock bodies, and they're just a threaded aluminum body. I have about 3 different sets of GMade shocks on a few different vehicles, and they always seem to work pretty well for me, nice and smooth. And so I am kind of excited about having a set of these, at least for the short time that I own this. If I do decide to sell it, more than likely I'm going to assemble it and keep it now. But anyways, that is the inside of what the GMade GOM rock buggy kit. If you guys have any any ideas as far as, colors I should paint it, if I should paint it, if I think I can sell it, anything, just please, comment, like, subscribe, and I hope to get back to bringing you guys these videos at a more steady rate. I kind of fell off there for a while, but I think I'm back in position where I can start doing these things again and really start making some neat stuff again. Anyways, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and bye-bye.